We are all connected. This damn phone won't stop chiming while I'm trying to talk to you. They're just idiots wanting to talk to me, and my best friends, also lovable idiots. Okay? We're connected. We're part of things. We talk to each other from different countries. I've got clients in different countries. I got networks. I could talk to blah, 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 blah. I'm connected all day. I've never been more alone. Now, here's the case for business. Seen, understood, participate, belong. So what I'm saying is, to a person who's listening to your podcast that owns a hardware store, Dennis, I sell hammers. So what? I sell advice. Doesn't matter. What do? You connect people to the neighborhood, to other people. What can you do? I could be teaching. I could run a little clinic on how to build your own deck. There you go. Okay. So we got humans that are social creatures that evolved to work together. You think about your grandfather, my grandfathers, they weren't just grandfathers, they were veterans. They were members of the Elks Club, the Rotary Club, the Optimist Club. We were all connected doing things. Now we're all alone. So the opportunity for business is, who are you connecting and what are you helping them become? There's a million people that do what you do, and there's a million people that do what I do. Tell me what you do like you're in court, Dennis. I help businesses make more money by changing where people look for and measure value. Done. Oh, you the only guy? No, there's zillions of us. Why do they buy into you?
Welcome, everybody, back to the Sean Trace Show. I'm your host, Sean Trace, and I have an awesome guest with me today. Would you like to tell people who you are and a little bit about what you do?
Absolutely. Nice to meet you, Sean. Nice to meet everybody. I'm Dennis Moseley-Williams. I am the founder of DMW Strategic Consulting. I help businesses create more value for clients by innovating around customer experience design, staging, turning their businesses into movements, their clients into members. That's what I do.
Nice. How did you get started down this path, man? Because that's like a pretty specific thing, and it's pretty empowering. What was it that got you onto this path?
I was like everybody else. I got a lucky break. We're all lucky. So here it is.
Right.
I was invited to a meeting of financial advisors. I know nothing about financial advisors at the time. So I go to a meeting where I know nothing about the business that's being done. It was financial advisors. Okay. I've learned a lot about them since, but at this time I know nothing. And I realized something. I realized they were making two really big assumptions. One of the assumptions was, and I should say, I'm brought in as like a sales trainer helper. I've got some information to share. It should help them sell more. It's a very casual sort of meeting I'm invited to. But I got something cool to share, so I go in. This is like 30 years ago. So I go to the meeting and I realize two things right away. One, they think that their customers think about them all the time. The customers, it's laughable if you knew how untrue that was. Just like everybody listening. Why isn't the phone ringing? Why aren't they placing orders? Because they don't think about you every day. You have to make them think about you. And the second was that people thought about their money all the time. Well, that's not true. They don't. We don't think about our money all the time. What we think about is who we are and how well we're doing, not financially, in all aspects. So I literally saw it there and I said, guys, respectfully, I think you got it wrong. I think what you need to do, and I'm sorry if I don't want this to be boring, but it's important. Financial planning, everybody, for this audience I'm talking to at the time, when they do their job really, really well, it's boring. For about 30 years, it's boring. It never gets exciting. It's just dull. So my point to them was, if you want people loyal to you, protect them as clients, get more wallet share, get them to refer you, you have to get them to think about you and talk about you. And you assume they do and they don't. You have to change the conversation from how much money do you need one day and how affordably I can get you there, how smoothly to who am I helping you become? What is this word rich? What the hell does it even mean? It's about well-being. It's about, yada, yada, yada. That's how I got into it, man. And I was the only person talking about it. This was like in 1994 or 5. I was the only person thinking this way at that time, at least publicly.
It's interesting too, because now it's got people are getting it, but they're not getting it. I work a lot with financial advisors to do video. Like I do a lot of financial advisors video, and they're still completely missing that point. Like they'll do content, right? And they're like, I'm here to talk to you about why the 401k is so important for you. Dude, no one gives a shit. Like,
That's
it's
right.
not going to be the thing. It's not the thing moving the needle. It's not the thing that's getting them through your door. Like,
No.
speak to their freaking problems. You're not talking
Yeah.
to their problems. You are talking to general information that you think that they need, but it's not. It's not that they don't care.
The mistake every business makes is not understanding this. Selling excellent products and delivering is the verb. Efficient, effective services. It's not enough to guarantee your success. We live in a do-it-yourself. Like, I want to leave the financial advisors almost out of it now so that nobody, like, I'm not just talking about them. I'm talking about everybody.
Everybody.
Amazon, man, I can get anything I want online. Delivered to my house tomorrow, order it in 2 sizes. Send the other one back. Get the right size, send the other one back. They make it painless and easy. Professional service.
I did that yesterday. I did that yesterday.
I am ashamed to tell you this, that the very first time I ever made an online purchase at Amazon, the very next thing I bought was Amazon stock. And I understood what Amazon was from the minute it started. I remember seeing somebody questioning why they called it Amazon when they sold books. And I wrote, so help me God, I was like, that's just the tip of the spear. The Amazon brings you.
Yeah.
And here we are, right? And how long will it be before, if not literally Amazon, some other online entity offers professional services, such as what I do or what you do? No, I have a video editing, marketing, communications, get my message down straight guy. Oh, you mean Sean? No, a new Sean at Amazon. For,
man.
The whole idea so the thing about, we're chatting about financial advisors and everybody listening. It's like, don't make the products and services. It's the Scrabble word of the day. Fungible.
Yeah.
It's a good one. That which is easily replaced by the identical. So if the answer isn't products and services, okay, commoditized, what is the solution to commoditization? Customization.
Yep.
That's where experience comes in. Okay. And now even more than that, if a company wants to make any money at all, I guess I should tackle it this way. Everybody listening creates value somehow. Yep. So this is perhaps a little too nail on the head here.
Yeah.
Value is what a business creates that people pay for. Mm-hmm. Okay. Value is made up of 2 things. This is the whole visit on the podcast, my friend, right here. Whatever business you're in listening land, there's the function of what you do, plus the effect you have on people's time. That's more important than what you do. I can get anybody to do to provide a service for me, and I can find it cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Value is more and more determined on what you do with my time. So the example I'll use is this. From the best, I live in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. It's the capital city of a G7 nation. Nice town. If I stand on the front steps of Becta Dining on Main Street or on Elgin Street, it's the nicest restaurant in town. I've taken this picture. That's why I know it's true. If I take a selfie over my shoulder, you can see the sign for McDonald's a half a block away. Those 2 businesses provide the same function. They solve a problem hungry people have. I'll feed you.
Yes.
One of them feeds you in 7 minutes. The other one feeds you in 2.5 hours. One of them charges you next to nothing. This is a warning for everybody out there. When you improve service, you automatic and rely on that. I'm the fastest. Hand in hand is I'm the cheapest. If you want to create value that people will pay a premium for, it has to be unique and it has to be very personally relevant.
Yep.
Think of Becta more like theater. It's not a waiter coming to your table. It's a performance, right? It's all about time. It's not, McDonald's is time saved. The value is I'm in and out. Becta, all business is theater. Every business is a stage. They create more values. You pay way more for the meal. Has nothing to do with what's on the plate. It has everything to do with ambiance and how they treat you emotionally, how you feel.
Yeah.
Okay. So value. Now we're going to move again though. So we have time saved. We have time well spent. That's experiences. So think service, experience. And here's the big word, consequence. What the hell happens to me because I'm a client here? Everybody listening has to make that shift. No, we're a service business. We compete on price and efficiency. It can be done, but that's one business model. No, we're more of an experience group. We know it. It's not what we do, it's how we do it. That's what justifies a premium fee. Regular hotel, Four Seasons hotel. They're both a lovely place with a door that locks and a comfortable bed. One of them costs a fortune. It has nothing to do with the services. It has everything to do with the time they create and stage around the offering. But what I help people do, and hopefully everyone listening will understand this, you need to move to time well invested.
Yes.
So let's say I hire Sean to do all my video work and all my stuff. Sean's value is what he also is teaching me, who he's
100%.
connecting me to. Dennis, I want to invite you to a Zoom. I want to, I'm not getting paid for this, Dennis. I want to put you in touch with 6 other people I know. So I end up saying to you, do you remember when you introduced me to those cool guys on that Zoom and we all sort of do something similar? Well, I'm going to go visit one of your clients in France. We have become friends. He connected me to a person I've now done this with, and it doesn't have to be commerce. So I say to somebody says, is Sean solid? Do I want to work with Sean? And disclaimer, Sean and I have never worked together. We're just talking. Okay. So I'm going to say, oh yeah, no, he's really good. No, they're really good at what they do. He knows his stuff just like he says he does. Then what am I going to say? But let me tell you what I really love. Let me tell you, and I'm going to tell the story about the connection and the guy in France. I did a workshop 2 weeks ago in Nashville, and I had everybody coming do an audit of an amazing experience they had had. And I asked them leading questions. I really wanted them to tap into I know it was amazing, but now sit down and think about what the hell happened. It's like trying to figure out a magic trick. And where was the guy's hands when he said that? What did he do? Break the trick down, figure it out. This guy talks about a barber shop he goes to. Okay. And he's like, at one point they're calling him and they want to book him this appointment for a Wednesday. It's got to be this thing. He says it's a shop that has 4 chairs in it. They have them positioned so they can be turned so you can look at each other. They organized these 4 clients they had who they felt just had to meet. So this is a barber shop somewhere in Georgia that is doing exactly what I just used as your example. So I met this Sean guy where at my barber shop, it's the craziest thing. But this barber shop isn't magic cuts. They're not trying to cut your hair for $9, save you money. They're trying to turn you into something. Someone who's connected and part of something.
There was a girl that I assigned a new client this week for just an absolutely awesome person. And first of all, I connected 3 people this week. I do about 20 podcasts a week. I do about 20 appointments a week. And it's one of my superpowers because I get to meet 20 absolutely amazing people from all these different fields a week. And not just that, I come in and we connect authentically. I get spam in my video, in my LinkedIn every single day. Hey, I want to sell you a service. And I'm like, what value you can provide? You haven't even shown me value, but you're trying to sell me something. What I'm doing is I'm just stepping in here going, let's talk value. Value? Let me promote you before I even talk about what I do. You know what I mean? And it's and then beyond that, dude, you're right. Let's connect people, because this week, one of my friends reached out and she knew after I did content for her, she knew that she could trust me. And she knew that I had a network. She's like, Sean, I need 3 people to come to my women's conference. I have this conference. I need 3 powerful, strong women to come and speak. And I said, pick, you know my podcast. I'm going to tell you that I think. If there's any you want, I'll send the introduction.
Yeah.
1 hour later, she was introduced. They were off, and the other lady's coming to her is going to be on her the presentation. It's going to be all together and connected, because there's more than just that's what I tell people. I don't edit videos. I'm not a post-production. for my company, we are a networking extraordinaire. We are going to come and help walk you across the line. We are going to show you your potential. I am an
Mhm.
agent of potential growth, and I can see ways that you can be better that you don't even know. But
Right.
that's a mindset shift, and it's like one of the things too that I think that people have to get is so often people get stuck in this mindset of it, they don't even know what it means to create value. They don't even know what it means to become
No.
someone new, doing something new. And it's like they don't even know what they don't know?
Well, this is it. And we default, to what we have done in the past. And in the history of business, this is why it's a really interesting time right now. In the history of business, from the agrarian economy to where we are today in the emerging transformation economy, anytime we wanted to create more value, the lever to pull was easier. Make it better,
Mhm.
make the product better.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have some fun with this in a second, or make the service quicker, etc.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I'll point out. We don't know each other. I'm going to guess by looking at your face that we're about the same age. Okay. Do you remember cars that we referred to as lemons
Yep.
when you're a
Yep.
kid?
Yep.
So if you're under 35 years old, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. When I was
Yeah.
in high school, when we were in high school,
Yep.
some cars were just terrible. And we
Yeah.
would say things to each other that made no sense. Well, Sean, you never want to buy a car made on a Friday. Like you'd know. Okay. Features and benefits. The car I learned how to drive in didn't have power windows. It didn't even have power brakes or power steering. Where I'm going with this is in 1988, I'm going to pick General Motors because I learned to drive it in a Pontiac. If you wanted to create more value for clients, it was easy. It was like, well, let's just make our cars suck less.
Right.
And if you,
Right.
yeah, and if you provided a service, it was let's get the pizza to them in 30 minutes or free. Let's open
Yeah.
24 hours a day. It was easy to constantly make an improvement. Okay, look where we live now. Everything is amazing.
Yeah.
What isn't amazing? And what isn't cheap?
Yeah.
Uh, Groceries. What isn't amazing? What can't you find on Amazon right now and go, oh my God, that's amazing? Forget Amazon. What about Facebook Marketplace used? The
Right.
whole world's amazing, brother. It's all on sale. So now that's great. Let's be a consumer and love that. I'm going to Airbnb it. How about TV? Do you remember TV commercials? We don't deal,
Right.
well, we lived in the dark ages. Even your TV is customized for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Bless you, by the way. Now,
Yeah.
let's
Thank
stick with this idea. As a consumer, could it be better to be alive than right now? Can you imagine going through the pandemic without Amazon and Netflix?
Right.
Jesus, would have thought. Okay.
Right.
Now, okay, so as consumers, isn't life great? Here's the opportunity this is the state of humans, and here's the opportunity for everybody listening. Sucks to be the business owner, though, doesn't it? Ugh.
Yeah.
I live in a nice part of town. There's a lovely commercial strip near my house that I love to go walk. Just go walk it, go walk the strip, go get a coffee, see who's walking about. It's how I know what's going on in my town. I can't help but notice there's a lot of stores for rent.
Mhm.
There's a lot of stores for rent. Here's why. Who needs to go to a store downtown?
Right.
It's going to be pretty special for me to go there because, as we
Yeah.
discussed earlier, Amazon, I just ordered the same shoe in three different sizes to get the right fit, sent the other two back. They make it easy. Airbnb. Go anywhere in the world. I could go to any country I want and stay in somebody's home and cheaper than a hotel, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. Okay, so here it is. How do we create value? I already said part of the answer is customization. But if you can't customize the product or the service, what do you customize? The time. You stage these encapsulated experiences designed to to bring about, to coach, to guide a transformation. So I'll use you as the example. Oh no, everything you actually do is just going to be subsumed into something else. I join you. What a word. I buy into you because of your perspective on things, your network, your connection, and who you help me become. Every business has to build belonging. So the case for humanity is this. We got so busy inventing civilization. Like if you go back, the current keynote I deliver, I share, it starts at 400,000 years ago. The first case I make is humans. Roughly 400,000 years ago, we controlled fire. That's why it's significant. We have evidence of hearths. Oh, they had a fire here every day, 400,000 years ago. All right. Takes us a long time to get moving. But once we're moving, the proverbial hockey stick, right? Wow, go straight up. Look at life today compared to 300 years ago. In 1919, in the United States of America, you know what's significant about that year? It's the last year more people lived in the country than in cities. In 1890, most people milked their own cow. By 1925, more people lived in cities, and there was a milkman who brought milk to your house, left it on the back steps in a glass bottle. You'd probably never touched a cow, and neither had the milkman. Just stick with me. I realize I'm a little out on a limb here, but I'm going to bring you around. Humans figured out to cooperate with each other. Go back to the cavemen around the fire. I'm sitting there with another caveman, and you walk out of the darkness. Before fire, we had to go to sleep. Right. Now the daytime is extended. We sit and we start talking. Before I decide your utility, can this guy help us chase an elephant off a cliff so we can eat it for a while? The very first thing I had to figure out, looking at your face in less than a second, is this guy who looks stronger than me going to smash my head in with a rock? Soft skills, people skills. We've honed those for hundreds of thousands of years. Instantly, in a second, I make a judgment on you. No, he's okay. Now let's figure out his utility. For business people, they walk in your store, they look at you behind the counter. They've made an assessment of you in less than a second on all kinds of thinking they're not even aware of. Okay.
Yep.
We were so busy building cities and things and that we left something behind, the fire. That brings us to today. The state of loneliness in the world is incredible. We are all connected. This damn phone won't stop chiming while I'm trying to talk to you. They're just idiots wanting to talk to me, and my best friends, also lovable idiots. Okay? We're connected. We're part of things. We talk to each other from different countries. I've got clients in different countries. I got networks. I could talk to blah, 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 blah. I'm connected all day. I've never been more alone. Now here's the case for business. Seen, understood, participate, belong. So what I'm saying is, to a person who's listening to your podcast that owns a hardware store, Dennis, I sell hammers. So what? I sell advice. Doesn't matter. What do? You connect people to the neighborhood, to other people. What can you do? I could be teaching. I could run a little clinic on how to build your own deck. There you go. Okay. So we got humans that are social creatures that evolved to work together. You think about your grandfather, my grandfathers, they weren't just grandfathers, they were veterans. They were members of the Elks Club, the Rotary Club, the Optimist Club. We were all connected doing things. Now we're all alone. So the opportunity for business is, who are you connecting and what are you helping them become? There's a million people that do what you do, and there's a million people that do what I do. Tell me what you do like you're in court, Dennis. I help businesses make more money by changing where people look for and measure value. Done. Oh, you the only guy? No, there's zillions of us. Why do they buy into you? The serious shift, the big idea that I have that I share about living differently as a business owner. So that the whole opportunity for everybody is your business has to become, it's an identity shift. I don't just, I work with Sean because of who it helps him become, not because of what he does. There's a guy in this building, literally sitting above me, that does what you do. If I could walk upstairs and knock on his door and be working with him in 7 minutes, or I could Google it and discover there's 10,000 of them within a kilometer of here. People buy into the idea, into you.
I noticed that with people, we are so connected, but yet we are so separate. Like you are nailed it on the head. Like I saw some guy texting while driving, and it was just like, dude, like, look up and see the world around you. Tonight my editors were over there, and they didn't look up at each other the whole time. And then finally I walked in the room and I was like, guys, here's $5, which goes a lot further here. I was like, order drinks for everyone. And they're like, well, are you going to order for us? I said, no, talk to each other, figure out what you're going to get. And like afterwards I left, they were still working. And they were working the same way, but they were communicating. They started helping each other. Hey, what are you working on? Can I help you with that?
Right.
And there was this community that came together. And I think that one of the things that I have been saying this, and this is the theme this week. The theme this week is that people don't know what they don't know. And that's one of the biggest challenges that you can have. Because if you don't know what's the real danger, what's the real thing holding you back, then you don't know how to fix it. And so I think that's
right.
where you find someone that can deliver that value to you. You know, why should you work with me? Well, maybe I'm the person who can see what your need is, even when you don't. And maybe if I don't, like you said earlier, I can connect you to the person who can. And like, that's where that community, that network, that group comes in, because we used to be parts of tribes. I love watching these videos of the Amish coming together and putting a barn up, man. Have you ever seen that stuff?
Yeah. And it takes them a day.
You know, they put these barns up in one day. They all come together. Yeah. They all do. It's like 100 people, 200 people, and they just, boom, the barn goes up in one day. A task that would take a single builder forever.
Right.
If someone is right now feeling alone, doesn't know how to find their community or find their steps forward, where should they start looking? What's something they can do today to start making the change in their life?
Wow. Okay. Well, these things, becoming someone new, so to speak. Okay. And like, it's rarely some huge movie moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually very subtle. Okay. It's that we hold ourselves somewhat accountable. Okay. It's like a quiet realization that the person who you are, how you're acting, isn't the person you want to be. Yeah. So it first begins with that. Okay. Just this realization that this isn't it. Then it's one tiny step, just one, which is what is no longer acceptable to you. So I'll share one with me, because it's coincidentally, I've been in a little bit of a rut lately. Okay, just not like some major rut, just I got a vacation coming up at the end of next week. In the last little while, I just haven't felt very inspired to do things. Okay, so as a consequence, little tiny tasks, literally 7-minute tasks, man, I start to let them pile up, because it feels really good to say at 9 a.m., you know what? I'm not doing it today. I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. You just give yourself that holiday you need, that permission to go not think about it. Well, then you know how this works. Now you got 6 things piled up and they all take 7 minutes. And now it's on your mind while you're making dinner and it bums you out. So literally, I decided the other day, like, oh, okay, I got it. Did you read Atomic Habits by any chance?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
love the book.
The walk away from you in that brilliant book was the concept of what to do in an emergency. For people listening, his point is all of us, most of us anyway, certainly in the Western world, you were trained from the time you were a little kid, if you smell smoke or see fire in a building, to look for the little red alarm box on the wall and pull the handle. Done. Yeah. That's all this is the brilliance of it. That's all you have to do. You have to think about anything. You have to consider anything. Before you pull this handle, ask these 3 questions. Nope. Smell smoke? Yeah. See a fire? Pull the damn handle and move on. James Clear is the author of that book. So he says the problem none of us have is we don't have an emergency handle to pull when things go wrong. I'm going to work out all the time. And then one day you realize, watching TV at night, I didn't work out today. Oh, geez, I didn't work out yesterday either. Okay. Then the self-talk starts, right? You pile it on. I've quit another gym. I'm never going to be a gym guy. I'm never this. I'm never that. Think about what I just said. The person you are, that you're acting as, isn't the person you think you are.
Yep.
And now you're negative in yourself. See, accept it, Dennis. You're going to have to control your weight with diet, because you're never going to go to a gym. You'll never do just 10 push-ups a day. Okay, enough of that. Pull the alarm, which is you need to know what the alarm is before you see smoke or fire.
Yeah.
So using exercising as an example, I'll just get up right then and I'll go to the gym. No, you won't. You didn't go this morning and you didn't go yesterday. So the likelihood at 7:30 at night, you're going to turn off Matlock and go to the gym is low. What you need to have is an easy thing. So what you do is you get up and you put on your running shoes and you just walk around the block. Done. And 4 minutes later, you have reversed momentum. Okay?
Yep.
So you said, what's the first thing they got to do? They got to ask themselves who they really are, who they really want to be, and identify one thing to just stop doing right now. So for me, the other day, I was in here on Monday, and I just didn't have it in me to do anything that was going to make me any money that day. And sometimes it's like, email Sean and he will agree to pay you tens of thousands of dollars. And I just don't want to make myself send you that email. You know what I did? I cleaned my office. I pulled the handle and I just started walking boxes of nonsense to the big waste bin behind the building.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? Well, I got a really beautiful office right now and it changes my headspace.
Yep.
So you got, so know that thing, identify, this is what I want to be. Okay, does the guy you want to be, Dennis, literally have 4 coffee cups on his desk? The hell is this? Are you in high school? Clean this place up and show yourself some respect here and just see what that does for you. Momentum is so powerful. Momentum is so powerful.
100%, man. If people want to find out more about you and what you do, where can they look and find information about you?
The best place to come is to find me online. Obviously, like everybody else, I got a website, which is MoseleyWilliams.com. Having said that, I'm also on YouTube and I put a lot of effort into that. You know, just speaking of like effectiveness, I was tried out on Instagram for a long time. And it was always try and say what you want to say in 90 seconds. That's hard. And because it's like, I'm not a 90-second guy. So I'm really, if there's people listening that are not afraid of seeing a video that's 17 minutes long, YouTube is where I generously share my thinking. And if you go to my website, I'm just checking something out. Okay, good. I confirmed this now. You could SeriousShift.com, easier than my surname, will also bring you to my website, SeriousShift.com. You can go there and learn about me, and you can certainly find me on YouTube, and I would love that very much. I love meeting people who are trying to do more work that matters, right? Like, hey, I'm the hardware store, but my goals aren't just to sell more hammers. My goal is to become essential to this neighborhood.
Yeah.
That I'm the only hardware store in the world that's also somehow an informal coffee shop.
Yep.
That I'm the hardware store that people think I'm going to go to that hardware store when I got a question about anything. Like I am so part of this neighborhood. I want people who want to do more work that matters and themselves want to live a life less ordinary. That was what the Serious Shift was all about. Don't lose yourself to this monument you're creating. Build a business that suits your life and excel, you know? I even call my office the accelerator. It was always like very front of mind intention, the hell I'm doing there. You know, offices where nothing happens. An accelerator is different.